What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out some awesome battles in the Open Ultra League with I would say a meta team, right? Giratina, Altered, and Obstagoon. But Venusaur seems to have quite a bit of play. I have seen so many Politoads and so many Swamperts that Venusaur can perform really well, I think, in this meta. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team in these battles. Huge shout out to Charlu. Thank you for sharing these battles with us. And congrats on hitting Expert with this team. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here, we have Giratina Altered versus Articuno. Not the best of matchups, but as you guys can see on the moveset over there, Giratina Altered is rocking Ancient Power, which is going to do quite a bit of damage to Articuno because of that Ice Flying typing. Now, the first charge move coming through, it's obviously going to be Icy Wind, but it's not going to be enough to KO, so we're not going to see a shield right here. But here comes the Ancient Power. This has to be respected. It's going to do a lot of damage, even when debuffed. Okay, it gets the boost. Alright, so this Giratina Altered is about to go on an absolute tear. We'll have to see if they decide to shield right here, or if they just let it go. They're going to go ahead and let it go. Will Icy Wind be enough to KO? No, it is not enough to KO. The Ancient Power does boost your defense as well, so Giratina Altered was able to hang on right there and get off the Dragon Claw and win switch advantage, which is very nice, especially on the lead without having to give up a shield. So we do see Surf Fetch come in, so obviously Venusaur is going to go into this matchup, and we have an Empoleon versus Obstagoon. That is going to be a good game. So honestly, game one right there was won because of the boost there on the lead. You love to see it when you're rocking a booster like a Night Slasher or Ancient Power user. You hate to see it when you're on the other side, right? So Cross Chops now coming through, obviously doing super effective damage to the Empoleon. They should be able to completely farm down, and they're just going to go ahead and throw Cross Chop here versus Surfetch. So this is a good game. The only way they lose this game is if they don't shield on the Venusaur and it's a Brave Bird, right? That's basically the only way they lose right here. But that's going to be a good game. Venusaur, I think, historically hasn't had much play in the Open Ultra League, but with the emergence of some XL Pokemon like XL Politoed, it may have some more play, so we'll have to see. These Frenzy Plants obviously are going to be getting the shield, and we'll see if this Surfetch might be able to pull off. This is where the Brave Bird would land, but they're going to go ahead and shield just in case, and it is going to be another Night Slash, so hopefully they can get to the Frenzy Plant in time. Okay, maybe not. How much energy did the Surfetch have? I think this is still going to be another Night Slash. Yeah, it is. That's not enough for Brave Bird, and that's going to be a good battle, very well played. So again, Ancient Power winning it in game one right there, which is why Giratina Altered has to be respected. It is such a meta-dominant Pokemon. It can handle so many, even its weaknesses right there, right? Alright, so we got Empoleon on the lead this time. Somewhat of a decent matchup because of the Steel typing resisting Dragon Breath, the Dragon typing resisting Water. We do see a swap into Drapion. Now, they have two very good counters in the back for Empoleons, that being Obstagoon and Venusaur, so that is why this battler is deciding to stay in. Now, they have to watch out for Crunch. Drapion having access to like Aqua Tail, Sludge Bomb, Crunch, and it is going to be the Crunch that does quite a bit of damage, but honestly, Dragon Breath just shreds apart so quickly. Will we see another shield? Yeah, we will see a shield right here on this next charge move, and it is going to be another Crunch, so that's very good. Here comes the Dragon Claw, and I think we are within range for Dragon Breath to be able to farm down. Yeah, especially after that. They should be able to farm down right here before another Crunch comes through, which they do. That's beautiful. Able to maintain the advantage, and we do see a Mandibuzz come in, so they have Ancient Powers right here for it. And again, Ancient Power, great against Articuno, great against Mandibuzz for super effective damage. So I can see why this battler was running it instead of the Shadow Sneak, which is also typically run on Giratina Altered. So we will see the foul play come through, take out the Giratina Altered. We're going to see that Obstagoon come in. Definitely a better matchup versus Mandibuzz instead of Venusaur, right? Because you're going to get hit by aerial aces if you're on that Venusaur. But with Obstagoon, because of the dark flying typing there on Mandibuzz, they can easily take this thing down with Cross Chops and counter. So we'll have to see what that third Pokemon is going to be, or I know what it is. It's going to be the Empoleon on the lead. It was so long ago that I completely forgot that there was an Empoleon on the lead, so they're looking pretty good. They brought in the Venusaur, obviously, to this matchup. Even though Dropek does super effective damage, they can really start to pressure shields with Frenzy Plant, and they might be able to get to 2 before the Empoleon gets to another Dropek right here. So here comes that first Frenzy Plant. No shield by the Empoleon. That is risky right there. They're going to be able to go for Sludge Bomb for neutral damage, force a shield here on Mandibuzz, and Obstagoon should be able to clean this one up. I think the only play for the opponent right there was to basically double shield and try to take out the Venusaur and have some loaded energy for Obstagoon. That would have been the play, but they decided to let it go, which is unfortunate, but good for this battler right here. They're going to be able to go for cross chops, and that's going to be a good game. There's nothing this Mandibuzz can do. It can't put out enough damage to take out an Obstagoon, even though they had another shield. And this Obstagoon, so yeah, there's no reason to shield right here. Like, Aerial Ace is the only thing that's going to be hitting you, and it does nothing. It tickles. So that is going to be a good game. The opponent does decide to surrender. All right, so far so good. Moving in the next battle, we got Giratina versus Melmetal. Okay, so interesting matchup here on the lead. Again, both are doing very minimal damage to each other. We do have quite a bit of go battle lag right there, as you do. Every set you'll get it, pretty much. But what we're going to see in this matchup is just Rock Slide spam that doesn't do too much damage, and then a bunch of resisted damage with Dragon Claw and Dragon Breath. So we'll have to see who decides to shield first or who decides to swap first in this matchup. Obstagoon obviously does pretty well against Melmetal. Has to watch out for Superpower though. But yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. This is going to be a long lead matchup. Both of them are spamming very quick charge moves. Both of them are not doing a lot of damage. So this might eat up 2 minutes of live battle. I do have this sped up as well, just in case you guys were wondering. This is definitely sped up, but it feels like it's a long lead matchup. Both doing not a lot of damage to each other. Now, it's important if you're on the Melmetal side, because you're going to be winning this in the no shield, you want to over farm a bit on energy. That way you can get to another charge move for whatever they have in, which is exactly what this Melmetal did. They're going to be able to throw this Rock Slide and take out the Giratina Altered. And then when Obstagoon comes in right here, they should have enough energy for a Superpower, which is beautiful. They're going to go ahead and shield this, obviously. It's going to one-shot. Or near one shot, so they're going to go ahead and just block that. And we do see a Swampert come in, which is what I was talking about. So many Swamperts in the Open Ultra League, and they're just going to go ahead and rip this thing apart. Sludge Wave and Earthquake are still going to hurt. Earthquake definitely hurts, especially from a Shadow Swampert, but they should be able to farm down with fast moves. Oh my goodness, Swampert able to get to a Hydro Cannon right there. They have to give up their final shield. But we will see loaded energy here on the Venusaur. Melmetal does come back in, so they're going to be able to fire off this Frenzy Plant to take it out. We'll have to see what that third Pokemon is going to be. It is going to be I think it was Umbreon, potentially. We'll have to see. So here comes the Frenzy Plant. It is going to be an Umbreon, so Obstagoon is going to be able to take this thing very easily. Umbreon, even though it has a shield, it's just not going to put out enough damage, whereas Cross Chop and counters right here are really going to start adding up. So no shield there on the Umbreon. They're going to have to shield eventually, right? One of these Cross Chops, but still Last Resort is not going to be enough. Obstagoon has the better fast move right here for this matchup. It's just going to whittle away the Umbreon, and that is going to be a good game. So like I was saying earlier, Venusaur, because there's no Premier Cup, people are using the Pokemon they have access to for the Open Ultra League, and that seems to be a lot more Swampert, so maybe Venusaur would be a good pickup for your team. Still no, or they already did shield, but they're going to go ahead and farm down. That's going to be a good game. There's really nothing this Umbreon can do. Even though it has Snarl to spam charge moves, it's not going to get off enough damage right here in order to win. Here comes the final Last Resort. They're fighting the good fight, but we can tell this is going to be a GG. Obstagoon will be able to get to the next Cross Chop. Timer almost out right there. If you saw it at the top, it said 20 seconds remaining. There's probably going to be about 10 seconds after this. Yeah, 8 seconds left. That's because of that lead matchup with Giratina and Melmetal. Alright, so we got Giratina on the lead versus Galvantula. Interesting lead matchup. Has access to Ancient Power. Remember that, because Galvantula might not know it. Plus, they're not going to be doing a lot of damage here with Discharge and Lunge. So we'll have to see what the Galvantula decides to do, because everything is not going to be doing a lot. We do see a swap into Empoleon, which means Obstagoon is going to come in and absolutely tear this thing apart. You don't have to shield the first Hydro Cannon. They're deciding to shield, but you will have to shield one of them. The reason why I say you don't have to shield the first one is because they may let this Cross Chop go, and you might be able to commit to the farm down before they get to another charge move. So they did let it go. Let's see if they can get it. No, the Empoleon was able to get to another Hydro Cannon in time. So they're just going to let this go. They can easily survive and farm down, and then they'll have a Night Slash ready to go for that Galvantula, which might force a shield, which honestly would be very good for this matchup considering they gave up shield advantage for switch advantage right here. So here comes that Night Slash. This definitely, you want to get a shield from the Galvantula if you can right here. No shield from them, and hopefully they can get to another one in time, which they can. This is going to be getting the shield. That's beautiful. The Obstagoon had plenty of loaded energy right here, and we will see that first shield, which is awesome. Now, Giratina Altered obviously going to be coming back in this matchup. We'll have to see what that final Pokemon is going to be, and it's going to be an Alolan Muck, I believe. I saw that Poison Dark typing. Yeah, it's going to be a Alolan Muck. So we're going to see a Venusaur come into this, and you may be thinking, whoa, 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 Venusaur? Frenzy Plant still hurts. It's resisted, but my goodness, it still does a good chunk of damage, about a quarter of their health, as you can see. And then Dark Pulse, Sludge Wave, you don't have to worry about it. The win condition is with Giratina Altered right now, and that's going to be a Sludge Wave that lands. The win condition is with Giratina Altered farming down the Alolan Muck right here, and then just taking out Galvantula in the back, right? So they're just going to go ahead and go for another Frenzy Plant, force that shield from the opponent, which is beautiful. Alolan Muck needs to overload on energy right here. So they're going to go ahead and just throw the Dark Pulse to take it out. Hopefully they have enough energy for another Dark Pulse, but we do see a swap into Galvantula, which is unfortunate for the opponent because Galvantula is not going to put any pressure on shield, so we're going to see a no shield right there. If they did get a shield, that would have been beautiful, but they don't have the moveset in order to pressure that. Giratina Altered can easily throw Dragon Claws, Dragon Breath this thing down, and still has a shield, so that is going to be a good game, very well played. Okay, they're actually able to get off the charge move. They're going to go ahead and shield, but I think the Alolan Muck is maybe 2 snarls away from another Dark Pulse, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, moving into what I believe is the last battle here. We got another Melmetal on the lead. So like we saw earlier, you know what? I might just fast forward a bit because we've seen this a bunch, right? They're just going to do Dragon Claw. You got a live fast forward right here. They're just doing Dragon Claws and Rock Slides. Now, what's important, again, when we come back into this matchup is this Melmetal overloading on energy like we saw in a previous matchup, but this is a different opponent, so let's see what they decide to do. I think they are just throwing on the charge move. So this is where we're going to see if they overloaded on energy. I don't think they did. Where Obstagoon can come in and farm down and not have to give up a shield. Yeah, Melmetal did not overload on energy, and you see how important that was. In the previous matchup, they got a shield with superpower. This time, they didn't. And Obstagoon can start to threaten with Night Slash and counter versus this Shadow Swampert as well. It does. Oh, and he got the boost. Oh man, Obstagoon is about to go on an absolute tear right here. This thing, once it gets the boost, especially with neutral damage, can just rip apart teams. And this is why Obstagoon, I think, is one of the best investments for Open Ultra League because it does so well against Giratina Altered, you know, Cresselia, Melmetal, Umbreon. It's fantastic. So we're probably going to see a no shield right here and potentially commit to the farm down. Let's see, they might have to throw the charge move. Okay, they commit to the hard farm. What is going to be in the back? It's going to be a Giratina Altered, and this Obstagoon is boosted. So this is going to hurt right here. Night Slashes are going to be doing super effective damage. They do get a shield. They have another one ready to go, and I think that's going to be a wrap. 2 Night Slashes might be enough to KO Giratina Altered once boosted. Yeah, there's the first one. That was just about 50% health, and they do decide to surrender. So good battles. Right there, obviously, Giratina Altered Obstagoon is fantastic. We saw what Venusaur could do lining up against a lot of Swamperts in the back, able to go 5-0 as well. So huge congratulations on reaching Expert with this team with the Venusaur in Open Ultra League. This is one of those teams where you guys can easily use. All Pokemon are very strong in both, well, depending on what league you're going to use them in, but Venusaur and Premier Cup is very strong. So hitting Expert, that is awesome to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.